Gee, here's some hard-hitting questions from Jay Leno.
That was, I thought, a nice moment when you were talking somewhere. In the campaign, when I saw ugly things going back and forward, and a woman said, well, Barack Obama, he's an Arab or a terrorist, and you stopped, and you said, no. He's a good man, and he's a family man.
Yeah, he's a good and decent person.
And I like that,
yeah.
and I thought that was quite impressive.
Well, you got to have a respectful campaign, and that doesn't mean it isn't tough. I mean, campaigns are tough, and they should be, because you're seeking the most important position in the world. But there's a difference between being tough and being personal or angry. And look, America right now, I don't have to tell you, I don't have to tell anybody out here, especially those members of the military, that we're in 2 wars. We got housing problems, we got economic crisis, we got all these problems. Now it's time for America to join together and support the man who was just elected president.
Of course, McCain would never had to deal with that woman's Arab comments if the Republican Party hadn't been pushing the Arab issue by sending around spam emails claiming that Obama was an Arab Muslim.
It does seem like, as viewing this, knowing you, I would see sort of 2 McCains. Sometimes I would see 1 McCain, and then the times when you were being funny, like at the Al Smith dinner and Saturday Night Live, and so, oh, that was, I said, why can't we get, where's that McCain? That one didn't seem to be quite as visible. Is it the pressure and the tension of the?
No, I think these are tough times, and you have to, and campaigns are tough. I don't frankly think a lot of people wanted a stand-up comic. They wanted to know how we were going to address the issues. That's why I didn't worry about your write-in candidacy.
Right.
But you know, you just do the best that you can. And again, it's an incredible honor. You know, I'm not denigrating my past, but I stood 5th from the bottom of my class at the Naval Academy. Yeah. If my old Marine company officer were here today, he'd say, in America, anything is possible. Yeah.
Face it, there's only one McCain, the sellout tool who'll do anything to get ahead.
Let's talk about Governor Palin now. The polls show that she hurt you. I know you're too much of a gentleman to probably answer this question, but did she? Do you think it hurt you at all?
Look, Sarah Palin and her husband, who is an amazing guy, 4-time champion.
Snow machine.
Yeah, snow machine.
I didn't hear that. Was that mentioned during the
you know, one time the guy, with 250 miles to go, Todd broke his arm and finished the race. Look, I'm so proud of her, and I'm very grateful that she agreed to run with me. She inspired people. She still does. And look, I couldn't be happier with Sarah Palin, and she's going back to be a great governor, and I think she will play a big role in the future of this country.
Did she ever get off message at one point?
Did you expect Mavericks to stay on message?
Well,
yeah, you know, I'm sure that from time, but she was, look, we did a lot of things together, a lot of these rallies. The people were very excited and inspired by her, and that's what really mattered, I think. And look, she's a great reformer. She took on the governor of her own party when she ran for governor.
Gotcha.
She understands all the energy issues. There's a $40 billion pipeline coming to bring natural gas to places like California. Well, and so, look, she's a marvelous person.
Now, these aides that were criticizing her, and I think everyone agrees there were Republican aides who were criticizing her. I know you wouldn't go for that. I know you're an old soldier. You don't let people talk. But why? What?
One of these things happen in campaigns, too. I think I have at least 1,000, quote, top advisors. You know, a top advisor said, to people I've ever even heard of, much less a, quote, top advisor or a high-ranking Republican official.
Right.
You know, these things go on in campaigns, and you just move on. I'm just very proud to have had Sarah Palin and her family, a wonderful family.
Holy cow, he still won't admit that Sarah Palin's an idiot?
Joe the plumber, was that a gift to Republicans? Was that like you're watching the other guy and you go, oh, there's gold. The guy looks like Mr. Clean. That's
I loved him. He's a great guy. Joe Wurzelbacher, he's a great guy. Had the chance to get to know him a bit, and he's kind of the classic American trying to get ahead, trying to make it. Great guy, great guy. And honest to God, I'm not kidding you, because we took polls all the time. That guy went from 0 to 70% name ID in 48 hours. Really, it was amazing. It was amazing. And he handled it incredibly
Yeah.
well. Incredibly well.
How brain damaged you gotta be to still be trying to tell the American people that Joe the plumber is a good guy? Leno should have asked McCain if he's willing to help get rid of the electoral college system so politicians like him don't have to kiss Israel's ass to get the Florida Jewish vote.